Yep. Okay, so I'm going to begin by performing hand hygiene. So I'm going to grab some sanitizer and sanitize my hands. Ooh. A lot of sanitizer. Okay. And then once my hands are sanitized, then I'm going to grab my gown and begin by just wringing it out and then inspecting it, making sure there's no holes or issues. It seems to be fine. So then I'm going to put my gown on like so, and then also making sure to put my thumbs in the thumbs holes that I have created, or I would need to create them if I haven't already. And then get that all the way around, and then I would start by grabbing the ties on the neck. I'll tie those first. Oops. Okay, and then once I have those tied, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the gown around tightly, making sure that it overlaps on my back. Okay, and then once I have a hold on that, I'm going to bring the waistband around and tie that. You can tie it either on the side or your back, wherever you'd like. And then once I have that secured, I'm going to grab my gloves and put them on, making sure that my skin is completely covered so the gloves overlap the gown like that. Okay. Now that my skin is fully covered, I'm going to go ahead and enter the patient's room and begin my procedure. CNA coming in. Hello, Miss Jones. My name is Annie. I'm your CNA for today. Can I go ahead and start by checking your ID to check your name and date of birth? Perfect. Awesome. That looks great. Okay, so Mrs. Jones, today I heard from the nurse that you were needing to change your position. Is that all right for us to do now? Sweet. Perfect. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a few things to get ready. Let me put down the side rails on the side that I'm working on, and then I'm going to raise the bed to a little bit of a higher point to help for body mechanics. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this curtain for privacy, and then we will go ahead and perform our procedure of turning you to a different position. Okay, and then once the procedure is done, Mrs. Jones, how does that feel? Are you feeling okay? Is your position comfortable? Perfect. Okay, so now that we're closing up, I'm going to go ahead and close those open the curtains back up for you, and then we'll go ahead and raise the side rails back up, make sure it's raised on both sides, and then we will lower the bed till its lowest possible position. And then we'll also want to make sure that the wheels are locked on the bed, and also that your bedside table is right here over your bed and within reach. And then lastly, we would want to check that your call light is right next to your hand and that you can easily access it. All right, so how does that look, Mrs. Jones? Think you should have everything you need? Is there anything else we can do for you? Nope? Okay, perfect. We'll press that call light if you ever need anything, and we will be here for you. All right, thank you. I'll see you later. And then on my way out, I will begin by taking off my gloves. So I'm going to grab, when I grab the first glove, I'm going to want to grab it from the outside and pull it like that. And then with this hand, so I don't contaminate it, I'm going to put it underneath the glove and then pull it open like that. And then once I have, and I'm making sure to only touch the insides of the glove so I don't touch the contaminated part. So once the glove is there in one unit, then I'm going to dispose of it within the resident's room. And then I'll begin to take my gown off. So I'm going to first untie from the strings on my neck, and you want to make sure and remember that the strings are the only part that you want to touch of the gown. So I'm making sure to only grab onto the strings. Oops. Looks like we've snagged a knot. That is unfortunate. Let's see here. Okay, looks like we almost got it out. Oops. Okay, there we go. And then we will grab our waist tie and untie that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and grab these two ties and then pull it like so. So you can pull it away, pull the gown away from your body, making sure that you're not touching the outside of the gown. And then once we have that, then we're going to start with one arm at a time, bringing this hand underneath and pushing the gown out to not contaminate your arms, and then holding it out like so, repeating the same thing with the other arm. There we go. And then once we have the gown off, we're going to roll it specifically away from your body, so you're making sure not to allow the gown to touch your uniform, because that would also contaminate your uniform. And then once it is all rolled up, then we'll dispose of that also in the same bin within the residence room, and then grab our sanitizer again to perform our final hand hygiene before leaving the room. And then once our hands are sanitized, then we'll leave the room and we're done.